And wow, sobrang nagandahan ako sa series na to. Maybe better than The Mandalorian. Hot take
Big
agad ah.
words.
Hot take agad ah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cup of Geek podcast, episode 3. My name is Aqua Blake, and I'm here with Night of Fun and Geek as we're going to be talking about, well, a few things. But for now, let's start with the news of what we heard lately. So, guys, what have we heard lately on the news?
Trailers? There were a lot of trailers that came out,
A
diba?
lot.
Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, Volume 3 trailer, you have Transformers. Ano yung subtitle ng Transformers? Age of the Beast ba yun or something? Beast Wars kasi nasa isip ko eh.
Rise of the Beast.
Rise of the Beast. And then you also have Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. Oh, diba?
Yes.
There's another one.
Meron pa.
The HBO.
The Last of Us na
The
series.
Last of Us.
Kalalabas lang kanina lang. Hindi ko pa napapanood yung trailer.
They just came out this morning, right?
Yeah. Just this morning. So, by the time na na-record tong video na to, doon lumabas yung trailer ng Last of Us.
Siguro.
Yeah.
Ayan. So, what shows are you excited sa mga bagong trailers sa lumabas?
Transformers. Personally, Transformers. It's been a while yung Bumblebee. Parang ilang years yun. Yung pagitan niya. Then parang medyo Diba? Tagal na. So, hopefully, mukhang promising. Madami akong nakikitang feedback na masaya sila na it's the Michael Bay era is done. So, they're really happy of yung bang ang tagal nga lang yan na sundan. So, ako, that's the one. That's the one I'm excited of. Guardians of the Galaxy,
Siyempre, given na yun.
Especially since we're going back to Generation 1 style aesthetics. Grabe. Less Michael Bay. Hopefully that's a good thing.
Oo nga.
Yeah.
Saka ako
sorry Michael Bay, but
ako may ang Transformers ko rin kasi is Beast Wars. Kaya nung napanood ko yung trailer, si Optimus Primal, si Cheetor, sino nga yung parang Eagle, si Air Razor ba yun? Parang yun lang familiar sa akin. And then, the last movie was Bumblebee, and Bumblebee was really good. Na okay, this is totally different. We have a different set of the creative team doing the Transformers movie. So highly anticipated talaga yung movie na yun.
Kailan yun? May month and date na? Parang meron Hindi ko lang. Actually, hindi ko na pansin. Pero, actually, yung mga nagko-comment sa akin sa TikTok, reaction po for Transformers. Pero nakita ko na din kasi.
Pwede namang post-analysis, hindi na kailangan ng reaction video.
Na lang.
Your thoughts,
Insight
initial thoughts. Oh, yan.
Pero syempre, guilty rin tayo sa mga reaction ko, no? Kasi napanood na gano'n.
Boy, pero ako hindi Pag ako, reaction video.
Ako, personally.
Ayong pigil talagang tumingin sa social media kasi ang daming nagpo-post na nauna.
Lately yung Guardians talaga, pinanood ko yun talagang malinis, sabi ko. Hindi ko muna mamaya gagawin.
Ayan, June 9, 2023. Yung Transformers. Lapit na.
Preparasyon. Kaya pa.
2018 yung Bumblebee, so 5 years.
Subos ang budget natin.
5 years later.
5 years, no?
Yes. Diba? Ganun katagal.
Let's go, okay, because since season 1 of this show has already officially finished and we are just waiting for season 2, and now it's on Disney Plus, let's talk about the latest and darkest Star Wars show ever, Andor. We finally talk about it. All right,
Yeah.
you guys, how was the show for you in terms of it being a Star Wars story? Let's start with Noah. Listen.
Eh, actually, I enjoyed it personally.
Mm.
Hindi ako nag-check ng mga feedback ng ibang content creator or mga Star Wars fans. Hindi ako talaga. I just enjoyed it. Bakit? I enjoyed it because of it's the other side of Star Wars. Um, Sabi ko nga doon sa review na pinost ko last time about it. It's ano eh, yun yung Star Wars where you can see the people sa laylayan. Sabihin na natin parang politika kasi sila yung mga taong affected sa baba. Kung ano man ang mangyari sa labanan ng Sith and Jedi, barilan sa outer space, sila yung nasa ground. Parang that's those are the people who are yung directly affected talaga ng Star Wars. Hindi naman agad yung mga hindi naman agad yung Jedi. Kung ano man maging outcome, sila yun sila yun yung mga people dun sa palabas. And yung isa pa, it's a story of how a person gets converted to be a rebel. Kasi as soon as we discuss this, doon mo makikita yung ano ba yung turning point nila, why they get triggered to join the rebel. Hindi naman basta recruitment lang, hindi naman basta just parents ko kasi rebel or akala nayaya lang ako. It's not something like that. It's really shows what's the reason behind and what's the rationale of the yun nga, sa akin kasi a lot of people are looking for lightsabers, for TIE fighters, for Force. Star Wars yun totoo naman. I don't remove those factors for Star Wars. Pero it's sabi ko nga, it's another side of Star Wars na pinikita sa akin. Yun sa akin.
All right, Ray, how about you? What are your thoughts on Andor?
Okay, general thoughts. Coming into Andor nung before it came out, kasi syempre it came out wala pang Disney Plus sa Pilipinas. So, it was pinag-uusapan na siya. And sobrang curious ko na during that time. Pero nasa isip ko, how can a series about Cassian Andor be very intriguing? Ito simula pa lang kung alam naman natin, 'di ba, sa Rogue One, that spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Rogue One. Sa Rogue One pala, we know what will happen to Cassian Andor na parang how is this series relevant or how is this series gonna be big of an impact to the Star Wars universe? Kung alam naman natin what will happen to Cassian Andor in Rogue One. So sige, panoorin nyo muna habang wala pang Disney Plus sa Pilipinas. And then when it came to the Philippines, syempre isa sa mga priority watch ko yung Andor. And first two episodes, I was kind of meh. First two episodes, meh. Parang, okay, parang napaka slow pace. Wala akong masyado nakitang build up. Okay, anong important? Okay, Cassian Andor to, pero for 2 episodes, that wasn't really there for me. Pero sige, pagbibigyan ko since yun na nga during that time na I think episode 4 na ata o episode 5 na. Pinag-uusapan pa rin ng marami. So sige, tiisin natin, let's see if it builds up more sa episodes 3 and onwards. And yes, it did. It was a slow burn sa first 2 episodes. Titiisin mo lang. Bilang isang Star Wars fan, sige, titiisin ko. Yung 2 hours na yun. Pero the rest of the series was really worth it. Sobrang wow. Yung importance niya sa Star Wars story, the elements ng Rebels, ng Empire really gave a lot of weight and justice to the real Star Wars story na napanood natin sa Rogue One, sa original trilogy. And wow, sobrang nagandahan ako sa series na to. Maybe better than The Mandalorian. Hot take
Big
agad ah.
words.
Hot take agad ah. Hot take agad. Ikaw, Blake.
Hot take agad. Is this the word? Well, for me, yeah, I agree also na the first few arcs, like the first mga 6 episodes, were just so slow, especially the second arc, the Aldani arc, because that whole thing could have just been 2 episodes long instead of 3 or 4. Because the most of what they do is just walk and talk. That's it. Walk, talk, hiking. I'm just like, I could go to Baras right now and just do that. What am I watching? Pero in fairness, I really liked how it established the tone early on. This is the kind of show it's gonna be. It's gonna be pretty dark, gritty, very dark for a Star Wars show or movie or whatnot. And wow, it was pretty good, especially when they had the first curse word ever said in Star Wars.
Hindi ko na-catch yun. Saan yun? Saan banda yun?
Hindi ko na-catch. Ako din.
Yung third episode, the chubby security guard. As soon as Cassian's making an escape or something. Wait, can't spoilers? Wait,
yeah,
the show's already been out.
Yep, it's been already been out for
a week.
Or completed na for over a week na. So it's fine.
Yeah. Cassian's escaping. He and Luthen tricked these corporate security guards, and then he says SHI.
Okay.
It's like, wait. So yeah, and the first curse word ever said in Star Wars was SHIT by one of those corporate Empire goons in the first episode 3 to be exact.
Parang pili ko kailangan ko siya panoorin ulit dahil dyan. Na-miss ko yun eh. Sige. Or baka may clip sa internet.
Right? The one yung kasama ni Cyril.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And with that, because this is like a more indication that Star Wars is getting a bit more mature. It's more adult. And with this show, there's so much mature themes happening. There's so many things that we don't normally see in Star Wars, which is like, for example, the dark side of the rebellion, the way that people are treated in the galaxy. Do you think, with that, syempre, Disney Plus to eh, so do you think that this show, from watching the first 2 arcs, the first 6 episodes, should kids be watching it?
Should definitely with the guidance of their parents. Sige. For me lang, sige. Yeah, it has a lot of mature, di ba, as in mature na in terms of, wala namang nudity, wala na. Yung usual lang na din naman, na Star Wars na, na action. But it's a lot grittier. Yes, it is a lot grittier. It's a lot, yung concepts are more mature. So definitely kids can watch it, but the parents should be there to guide the kids. Kasi hindi ako parent, pero siguradong kids will ask questions. So bakit ganito si ganito? Bakit ganyan yung mindset ni Cyril? Ba't ganito yung ginagawa ni Cassian, 'di ba? So yeah, I think pwede pa rin naman basta may parental guidance pa rin. Ikaw na.
I haven't tried checking the kids format for Disney Plus and see if Star Wars Andor will come up. Kasi ganun yun di ba? Parang if you have a kids
the account
kids profile,
mm-hmm.
You can check. Pwede mo siguro makita then after that may parental control yata. I'm not sure if that's the same with Disney Plus kasi ganun sa Netflix eh. Sa Netflix, they will recommend shows that are really for kids. So I'm not sure. I doubt if Andor will be is highly recommended in a kid's profile in Disney Plus. Pero like what Ray said, totoo, there are a lot of doon na pag sabihin natin na 5 to 7 years old kid. Medyo it's a parent's responsibility na, especially if the parents are the one who's are really watching it. I think they need to explain it. Kasi as far as with the demography ni Andor, wala siya, to be honest, with the studies ng rating, it's not on the level na hahanapin ng bata ngayon eh.
Yeah.
It's more on the people watching Star Wars for the end years na.
Yeah.
Hindi siya yung tipong
sige, go ahead.
Go.
No, naisip ko lang kasi pwedeng teenager siguro young teen siguro pataas pero kids might be difficult for them to understand, so kailangan talaga na may parent na involved din.
True. And with that, mature themes and more adult, darker scenes, we're going more now into the second half of the season, which is the prison arc, the to Ferrex.
Yep.
Yeah.
And basically just showing us terrible and how ruthless the Empire can be.
Agree.
And then with that, how do you think, let's say, do you think that the Empire, like the way they showed them in this series, was it too much? Was it too brutal? Is it like the old canon of Star Wars? What are your thoughts on this? Because I'm like, this is probably the best interpretation. So the show shows the Empire being a lot more brutal and a lot more darker with its tactics, more than we've come to see in other Star Wars films and shows. What do you guys think about it? Because for me, honestly, I think that this is the right way to see the Empire, because we've always seen them as this threatening, tyrannical government or whatnot that everyone just hates, and for some reason we never really feel it as much, aside from the fact that they're bad guys.
Ako sa akin, it's they're just being honest to their audience. It's a way for them to really show. Kasi even when I was watching Star Wars sa mga panahon pa ng mga nila Luke Skywalker, I was really thinking, ewan ko, Lego boy ako. So, isip ko, sino gumagawa ng Death Star? Sino gumagawa ng mga spaceship? Yung mga ganyan. Sabi ko, alangan naman yung mga Stormtrooper din. Alangan naman yung mga TIE Fighter pilots din. So, it really showed there na talagang inaalipin halos ang they're really exploited. Actually, it really happens in the real life. Sad to say, sad to hear, it happened in real life. Aging lang siya, more modern day slavery in a Star Wars setting. Diba? It's honest to goodness. It really happens. It's true. And yes, kailangan nga ng guidance, syempre ng parents, if you have kids watching it. Kasi it's irrational pala siyang kumbaga irrational for them to work dahil, diba yung nangyari parang dinakip si Andor, tapos no choice siya, dinala siya doon. Parang it's all out of your will, all out of your liberty. Wala kang rights. Wala. Then you get to forced labor without knowing when you'll get out. And sad to hear, there's no way out but death. Diba? Yeah. they're just being honest. Kaya siguro ang dami rin nagandahan talaga. If they really watched it hanggang the end, na-appreciate nila because it's really honest. It's not sugar-coated Star Wars.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Noah, kasi 'di ba, in the movies, we get to see the point of view of the power of the Empire from the point of view of power. So, ibig sabihin, ang minimin ko lang doon is, laging pinapakita pinapakita ng movie sa atin is Darth Vader force choking someone, or 'di ba yung fight scenes ng Sith versus the Jedi. Siguro yung pinaka-worst na nakita natin, in my opinion, would be when they executed Order 66, di ba? Na, okay, from the point of view of power, because there was a declaration from Emperor Palpatine during that time, everyone has to do their roles in the Empire. Pero this series kasi gave us a point of view of someone who wants to get that power, of people who want to get into that power. So, people from the ground, yung mga soldiers, point of view nila, yung mga gustong ma-promote sa sa Empire, na sina Cyril, sina Deirdre, 'di ba?
Meron din talaga doon, no?
Yung parang you have to eat or else you get eaten. Na you have to take your piece of the pie para lang you get to hindi ka maiwan sa sa kumbaga doon sa structure nila.
Hindi ka magstay doon.
Hindi ka magstay doon. And syempre, 'di ba, na parang it's a lot, parang feeling ko it's a lot scarier to be at the bottom of the structure. Okay, we get to see the point of view of the prisoners, we get to see the point of view of the citizens. But this would be the first time that we get to see the point of view of the lieutenants, the ground parang captains, yung mga the minor powers that that execute or that represent the empire sa ground. And sobrang
yung mga major,
'di ba? Yung mga si Deirdre, tama ba Deirdre? Yung babae. Parang yung character niya is Dedra, yan, Dedra. Yung character niya actually tells, parang feeling ko that's me in my corporate life, na parang I just want to climb up the ladder, pero
the corporate ladder,
diba? The corporate ladder, pero at the same time you have to be cutthroat, you have to be brutal, and then you have to use your skills para lang mapansin ka ng empire. And at the same time, are you sure that what you're doing is right? Yun yung siguro pinaka-question doon. Ikaw yung isa sa mga lieutenants, ikaw yung isa sa mga captains, but you're just following orders, basically. But are you sure you are doing it right? Or talagang sumusunod ka lang talaga sa so what the empire wants you to do, diba? So that's what's really kumbaga bago sa akin in terms of the Star Wars franchise, of this Star Wars series. Yeah.
And with that, like with the empires, like we see more of the empires, different structures and how they are, and we see different sides of them. But here we also see a different side of the rebellion. Because now we saw some of it in Rogue One. Not all of them are saints. So now here in Andor, we see more of that. Does it like destroy the image of the Rebel Alliance for you, or does it like it's just wala lang because it's how it is. It's very plausible, or or is it like another Last Jedi for some people?
I think it's like the same side of with the Empire. They're just being honest with how the show should go. Because in real life, it's really survival of the fittest. It's either you die or you make most of what's happening. Like nung kinuha nila yung mga credits, some of them are they're just being promised for the greater cause. But of course they have some family to feed, some of their internal motives, bakit sila nandun. Then it showed up. It showed up nung talagang nagkakaroon na ng pressure. Ay wala yung motive nila. Iwanan din pala. Iwanan din ng isa't isa. So, it's it's just being honest in kaya siya nagmukha ding relatable kung talagang panonoorin mo. It's it's happening around. The politics in it, even the how people really work. It's it's relatable. Hindi yung like what Blake was asking. Did it tarnish the way that we look with the rebels? I think not. Kasi nga they are being overlooked in the big movies. You just see them climbing the X-wing, climbing, putting gas on, pero hindi natin alam yung story nila. So it really helped. Kasi ewan ko hindi ko nga alam. Sabi, you're fighting for a rebel na wala kang sahod, walang sweldo. Kaya hindi mo sila masisisi why they suddenly think of things na out of their moral, out of their kaya ang galing. Kaya you would have a better understanding on where they're coming from and what they're really up to.
Yeah, yung ano lang 'di ba, yung representation ng character ni Luten na siya yung parang nagda-drive na okay, we need to have a lot of kumbaga different rebel activities na independent of each other. Pero yung mindset niya na while we are doing this and while sinikausap niya nawala the back of my head si the one of the yung isang rebel leader
Guerrera.
Si No.
Guerrera?
No, si So. Yeah. Yung tipong, okay, at the first, habang nagde-negotiate,
Forest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forest Whitaker. Habang nagde-negotiate sila ng diba, ng terms of their relationship with each other. There's that level of, they're both rebels, they're both trying to take down the empire. But there's also that mistrust between them. They don't trust each other. And lalo na nung sa huling part na, nakita ni Saw that Luten will do anything and everything to push his agenda to the point that he will even let a few rebel persons get killed para lang to push his agenda. So parang it's the fight against the empire is not really white versus black. There are also a lot of grays in the story, and this series has really delve into those grays then. So both from the side of the rebels and from the side of the empire.
And with the fight between tyranny and freedom, a lot of people also have been saying that this show, like there's two sides of this discussion where people say it's too woke, it's too political. Other people are saying it's realistic. Star Wars has always been like this. So for you guys, because for me, I have no problem with it because Star Wars has always been sort of political. Even George Lucas said. Lucas said that the first Star Wars was basically a commentary on the Vietnam War in its own merit. Like Rebels are the Viet Cong, Empire is basically
the US.
The ones with the the US basically.
Basically they have the technology, they have the Death Star, quote unquote.
Exactly. So with that, do you think that this show is, I wouldn't ask if it's too political, more like, do you think that this show hit the right notes in terms of getting its political commentary across? Because it's very obvious that there is a lot of political commentary within the show. Do you think it did a good job with it?
Sa akin, it's kinda in your face. Na it's okay. The last episode if you remember the band walking dun sa dun sa streets, it looked like a Les Mis scene for me. Les Miserables, diba? Na parang anytime pwede na sila kumanta nung song sa Les Mis. And then
wait, we can't sing that copyright.
no, magka-copyright tayo. But diba, you get my point. And then and then when the empire, the soldiers started to build the shields, a line of shields, na parang napaka in your face naman talaga nito. Na okay, you have a tarang nagkaroon na ng disturbance sa area na yan. People from a peaceful funeral that became a violent diba? A riot, diba? Na parang it's kind of in your face, but at the same time it's really happening then. So if you are really, if the story really pushes for that yung agenda nila na this is what a rebellion, or this is what starts a rebellion. Basically that's how it really happens in real life. So yeah, it's in your face lang, pero I really appreciate how they did it as well. So yun lang, parang feeling ko lang mapakanta lang ako doon sa Les Mis na song when they're marching towards that square.
It's actually timely. Pero iniisip mo rin, kahit anong year siya pinalabas, it will really match what's happening around us. Di naman nawalan ng problema sa politics kahit saan pa yan. So, kahit ipinalabas pa yan noong panahon na wala pa Disney Plus, kahit may Disney Plus pa, or what, I think it's still people would still relate. Yeah. Because or definitely people would understand where the reference was coming from. And tama nga, lalo na yung last scene. Diba, syempre pag Star Wars iniisip mo, last battle would be really like blasters here, blasters there. Yeah, but it's really
it's very human. Yung
really
scene
what you can see in real life. It's not like using a lot of powers, a lot of ammo, a lot of monsters and bounty hunters fighting each other. Siyempre, ganun yung maisip mo pag Star Wars, but this one is really different. It's like watching parang EDSA 1
parang siyang
EDSA 1 banda. So, parang gano'n. Pero it's really good because you were able to catch the emotions. Not just the people who are in the rebels, but also the fear and yung ng mga ng empire. Kung ano nasa isip nila, kung papatayin ba natin to, pipigilan lang ba, or what? Yung sila Dendra, paano nila i-handle yung mga tao without kasi iba rin yung motive nila with doing it. So, galing. Kaya sa akin it's timely. It's timely, and definitely kahit kailan din yata nila ipalabas yan, will still
kung hindi siya timely, it's timeless.
Timeless nga. Tama.
And speaking of time, since season 1 has already ended and now we're waiting for season 2, it's already been said and reported that season 2's format will have multiple time jumps. So it's like there'll be each passing years leading up to Rogue One. What do you guys, or what do we expect to see, or what do you think we expect to see for the second season of Andor? Because, I mean, there's a lot of things that have been obviously left on the cutting room floor. Like, for example, how does he make K2SO? And this and that. I don't know. Are you guys excited for the time jumps? Do you think it'll be too much? A la House of the Dragon?
Chirrut Imwe.
The last episode has a post-credit scene, right? And do sa post-credit scene na yon, basically isang shot lang naman siya. And guys, manonood, may spoilers tong video na to ha. So do sa end credit scene na yon, it's a shot of the Death Star being built. And it looks like it's around 80%, 90% done. So if they're gonna do a season 2 and with time jumps, parang medyo malilito ako, parang season 2 na lang to that will lead up to Rogue One. And
Rogue
what
One.
else can you talk about in terms of character development? So I think meron pa tayong opportunities with Mon Mothma, for example. Mon Mothma is still at the end of season 1 is still at Coruscant with the Senate. And syempre in the later movies naman we see Mon Mothma with the diba, at the side of the rebels na. So parang interesado ako what will happen to Mon Mothma there. Gusto ko pa na makita yung dynamics between the different groups na rebels. So probably I want to see a clash of ideologies. So sina Saw Gerrera, I want more Forrest Whitaker and more of Luten. So syempre ang galing ni who's that actor who played Luten? Skarsgård. Yeah, Stellan Skarsgård. So sobre I want the two of them still in the series. And I'm not expecting, or hindi ko pa alam how they will lead it up to a second season. What stories are still left there to be told? Lalo na it will come closer to the timeline ng Rogue One. Lalo na medyo malapit na mabuo yung Death Star sa and credits.
Actually, when you mentioned the Mon Mothma thing, I was thinking, since Mon Mothma gets rescued and transported to Yavin 4 by the Phoenix Squadron from Star Wars Rebels, are we gonna get an appearance of them or what?
Pwede.
We got an appearance by Chopper and a mention of Hera Syndulla in Rogue One, so it's not that far off that we may hopefully possibly get an appearance by them, or at least Hera, because if we bring in Kanan or Ezra, they might be like, oh great, it's a Jedi, ooh, whoop out the lightsaber. So I think Hera's fine.
Parang I already enjoyed this Star Wars without lightsabers.
And that should be the thing as well by other Star Wars fans. They should learn to appreciate Star Wars not just because of lightsabers, not just because of Force, not just because of Jedi and Sith. Because there are a lot of stories to tell. Parang sinabi mo hindi siya Marvel kasi wala si Captain America. Parang gano'n. Hindi yan Marvel kasi wala si Iron Man. It's not Marvel anymore. That's the same thing. Personally, that's the same approach that people should learn about Star Wars, because they're talking about far, far away galaxy. So there are really parts of the galaxy that has no Jedi, no Sith, and has no access to lightsabers. So that's my take.
Yeah, we can't have all Jedi, lalo na this is after Order 66. They're all in hiding.
All in hiding, getting new jobs.
Yeah, new jobs.
Being farmers, apparently, that's very common to Jedi. Being a farmer.
Or dun sa last the video game, he's a parang salvager of stuff.
Salvage. Oh. Or do what Andor
but Andor would not be a good game for PlayStation.
No.
It's not for games.
It's really for TV,
drama.
for drama, yeah.
Baka ilaban nila. No. In PlayStation.
No, they make Rebels as a game. So you have people who can drive X-Wing fighters and whatever.
Star Wars. There was actually supposed to be a Call of Duty type Star Wars game, like First Assault. But it got canceled. Yun lang.
Pero iba pa yung Battlefront, di ba?
Iba pa.
Iba pa yung Battlefront.
Alright, so I guess that ends our episode 3 covering Star Wars Andor.
Power on.
May lightsaber ako.
Buksan ko lang yung TIE Fighter kasi dali lang.
I have a lightsaber, but it's
Ay, wait. Lightsaber ako yung straw ng 7-Eleven.
Or, ito yung pinakauna ko lightsaber eh. Yung pang Toy Kingdom.
Yan na muna din sa akin. Pero
Pero
yun,
maganda yung
I would strongly advise people to really watch it. Don't get affected by critics or on the
Or hardcore
it's
fans
not
na
Star Wars.
nag-gatekeep.
Yeah. Because it's you're limiting yourself to the usual thing that you see in Star Wars. And like looks like what George said, it's a big galaxy.
Yep.
So anything can happen. And there are stories to tell outside of what the usual Star Wars is. And I think it's the same thing with Mandalorian. Uh, Mandalorian work without any too much cameo, too much other characters. And you can expect season 2 would show more characters that people already know. Okay, kahit nga si, ano lang eh. Well, let's see.
if yun nga if gagawa sila ng kwento na na walang lightsabers and a different story. You know what I want? An Indiana Jones Tomb Raider story of Dr. Aphra.
Ay, ganda nga yun. Ganda ng run niya sa comics. Oh.
Yes.
Dr. Aphra.
Yes.
Oo.
So hopefully we'll get a Dr. Aphra story. Medyo maiba rin kasi it's more more adventure yung story naman ni Dr. Aphra.
Siya, parang Lara Croft style. Tapos ang kulit ng mga nila ni Darth Vader.
Yun yung kaya lang
nila.
Do we want Darth Vader in that show or that lang Dr. Aphra lang? Kasi she lives in the timeline of the first trilogy. 'Di ba? So talaga magkakaroon ng crossover.
Ako, Tron talaga.
Tron. Yes, isa pa.
That's a series dedicated to him will be really good. Kasi sobrang iba-iba talaga si Tron. He's different. He has a different charisma when it comes to a villain. Galing. Yun lang.
That's true.
Pero watch Andor, guys. Watch Andor, Disney Plus. Watch it. Ganda.
Yes. It is a definite must-watch for anyone who loves Star Wars because this is the way.
This is the way. wait lang.
Yeah.
If you want Tron as a show, as a villain show, can't wait for Acolyte. Diba?
Acolyte will be next year, right?
Next year. And to focus siya sa story of the Sith naman.
And nandun si the guy from
Squid Game.
Squid Game?
Ayun. Squid Game.
Talaga? Sino doon si
I saw the lineup eh. The main hindi ko alam yung pangalan niya. Pero yun, yung the main actor. I want who won.
Nandun din si dun sa Logan, si X-23.
Lee
si
Jung
Laura.
Jae. Okay. Si Lee Jung Jae. Nice.
Ganda na nila. Yeah. That Keen is there as well. Si X-23.
Daphne Keane. Carrie Ann Moss. Matrix.
Ganda.
Cool. Nice.
There are a lot. So guys, watch Andor. Disney Plus. And Disney Plus, we're endorsing it. So, baka naman. Or not.
Okay, and that was our discussion on Andor Season 1. Hope you guys were able to enjoy it. Of course, I'm Aquablade. Go follow me on TikTok. You guys, I had a fun got the lightsaber. Yeah,
I have the Force. You should feel it there.
I have the death sentence on 12 systems.
So
yeah. Once again, guys, I've been Aqua Blake. Ray has been Night of Fun. Noah has been Geeky Pinoy. We are the Cup of Geek podcast, and I hope you enjoyed this episode.